morning.
Good morning.
And to all of you who may be watching online, especially Mike. Glad you're joining us. Oops. The urge to break into a song. I wanted to take a little bit of time this morning to and invite us all to do a little thought experiment. I've done this in different ways before, and I'm going to reference this to page 5. So this is a guidepost. This particular piece in the Sutra book is a guidepost pointing us to consider, to invite us to that this is a view of essential reality, a view of the true Dharma. And we'll go to the second paragraph and feel what this says. Feel what this says, and then I want to hear what you think. This is the great Avalokiteshvara. He's a bodhisattva. And he's been in a deep, deep meditative state, and he comes out of it and he says to his friend Shariputra, remember that all manifested forms are no other than this emptiness. Emptiness is no other than these manifested forms. Form is exactly emptiness. Emptiness is exactly form. All of our thoughts, feelings, concepts, conscious states, and volitional actions are also like this. We must remember that even spiritual life and practice are fundamentally empty. Within this deep meditative awareness, there is no birth, no death, nothing can be defiled, nothing is pure, nothing can increase, nothing can decrease. In this emptiness, there is no form, no feeling, no thought, no volition, and no consciousness. There are no eyes, no ears, no nose, no tongue, no body, and no mind. There is no seeing, no hearing, no smelling, no tasting, no touching, and no thinking. There is no world of sight, no world of consciousness. There is no ignorance and no end to ignorance. There is no aging leading to old age and death, and no end to aging leading to old age and death. There is no suffering, no craving, no extinction, no path, no wisdom, and no attainment. Indeed, there is nothing to be attained. The awakened ones rely upon this transcendent wisdom and experience no ego confusion or hindrance in the mind. No hindrance, therefore no fear. Far beyond upside-down views at last. This enlightened mind we call nirvana. So if in fact this sutra is pointing to some deeper truth, and that the statements are in fact correct, what's left? What's left? Perfect response. And can it be true? Can we in our practice and in our daily lives live in that knowledge, live in that state of mind? No eyes, no ears, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no thinking, no hearing, no smelling, no touching, no birth, no death, no sickness, no aging, no leading to old age and death, no death. Is that in fact possible? He says it is, whoever he is. Isn't that, if that is in fact possible, what's the problem? What's the problem? We are pure consciousness. Things arise, things fall away, things arise, things fall away. Oh, I'm sad. Oh, how interesting. I'm scared. Wow, that's really something. But everything is impermanent. All that goes away. Yes? Rises and falls. And in the end, if we listen, somebody once counted all the no's in that piece. It's like 30 of them. And if in fact that's possible, if in fact that's a true experience of being human, then what's left? Nothing. And if in fact that's true, how do we live our life? How do we interact and interrelate with ourselves, with our internal reality, and with other people? How do we react and interreact with the larger world and the rest of the beings that inhabit it? The rabbits and birds and turtles and the lower forms of life like people. If in fact that's true, how do we live our life? With what purpose? With what intention? Something to think about. It's not a rhetorical question, so stop it. He's always got something to say. It's a rhetorical question, and I think it's a fundamentally critical question. How do I live my life if in fact that's all true? Thank you for being here today. I judge that Shunya wants coffee. And I treat her with the utmost respect. She wants coffee because she's got the club.